What's happening, everybody? Good morning. It's time for the Daily Truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. Hope everybody likes this video. If you can, do me a huge favor. Give me a reaction. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Give me a like. Give me a share. Do all the things. Please help me out with this video. Hope everybody's having a great start to the day. Today's Daily Truth is about history. History is a sliding scale, and I want people to realize that, remember that, and understand that. We can see this in today's era. We can see this, literally, you look at the way media is covering things right now, and if you put on a CNN and a Fox News, you're going to get two completely different stories, and realize that this is more hyper accelerated today than it's ever been in the past because of social media, constant 24/7 news coverage, probably the worst thing to ever happen in news, but I digress. All of these different things, all of these what would be deemed facts have skews to them. They're no longer exact and perfect truths. And the truth is, the actual information is somewhere in the middle. So you have to look at everything we've learned in history and realize that it's through the lens of whomever is in power. I mean, we could look 50 years ahead, and anything that's just now happened can have a completely different spin depending on who is in power when they're writing the history book that is today. And you'll say, well, no, they could just go back today. They can look at exactly what was going on. Well, as I just said, you turn on the news and you get two completely different stories depending on your network and station. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people know that the media and the legacy media is 90% in favor of one political lean, which is incredibly dangerous. So when we actually have to teach our kids history in 50 years and especially 100 years when this generation is completely gone, I think it's going to be a really interesting thought to know whether or not they're going to be getting any of the truth, which I'm going to caution everybody to realize that this is how we view things in the past. And as somebody that is a Christian that does enjoy the Bible, follow the Bible, I don't take it 100% the way that Christians are supposed to take it, because I find it interesting that one of the most popular versions of the Bible is the New King James Version. That's weird. So you're going to tell me the King James there's a king, we already don't trust leadership. I feel like there might have been some stuff skewed, and that's all I have to say. But I do think the general word of the Bible is incredibly accurate and very needed and very important. But across time, from historical perspective, from historical documents, what our good friend Cash, the one thing he always says is history is his story. If you spell it out, it's based on who is the one writing history in that moment? And that's how it becomes accurate. I have so many different instances that my mind has been shaken on different perspectives on people like Martin Luther King and Helen Keller and a lot of different stuff. JFK. I mean, all of this is based off of who is in charge at the time. And I just want people to remember that. So when they're quick to say this is how history was, Native American history, I think, is really fascinating because we completely ignore the savagery that went on between tribes, and we think that us, the white man, were the colonizers that did all these terrible things, and we weren't perfect, but guess what? We wouldn't be here without it. And we were taking over things that people that were rudimentary in many ways, and also savages in some ways. And yeah, there was more peaceful tribes than others, but they were already doing it to themselves. But based on the way that we're learning this new revisionist history, all of a sudden we've got a different opinion on things, and we're being told to have guilt. I think that that's just an interesting way of looking at things. And that's all I've got to say today. The truth is, history is based off of who is in power at the time history was written. So take away from that what you will. I just want to drop a little truth bomb on you, a little truth knowledge. Remember, at the end of the day, whatever you can figure out is the truth, logic-based, mathematical-based, the truth will always set you free. That's today's message. God bless, guys. That was the truth in 5 minutes or less. I'm Anthony Russo, the Daily Truth. Do me a favor. There's going to be always the link if you want to check out the 5-point or 5-step to getting unstuck video. It's free. Give it a look. And lastly, don't be a garbage human. Don't surrender your pets. God bless, guys.